So here's a question that we have been getting pretty regularly from some of our clients, and that is, should I try and sell my home or buy one in this current housing market? And the follow-on question is typically something like, do we think mortgage rates are likely to come down soon? We do have some clients who have already pulled their homes off of the market, and we have others who are getting little to no activity, even at prices that they believe are fair. So I wanted to make a video in an effort to explain what we think is happening and whether or not it's likely to change. I'm Jason Hunsucker with Sequoia Advisor Group in Louisville, Kentucky. So the Federal Reserve began cutting interest rates in September of 2024. And since then, they've lowered rates a total of 6 times, from a bit over 5% to somewhere in the mid 3% range. In December, they also began buying about $40 billion a month of short-term Treasury bills to keep the financial system supplied with cash. Now, normally, that combination of rate cuts and Fed bond purchases would push mortgage rates lower, but not this time. And here's what we think is the real reason. So over the next year, the Treasury is expected to refinance about $10 trillion of existing debt. That's roughly a third of all of the marketable treasuries outstanding. And all of this is on top of our large and ongoing annual budget deficits. This is a huge amount of long-term bonds that the market has to absorb, and so yields need to stay attractive. At the same time, interest costs on federal debt have climbed past $1 trillion a year. And so all of this raises concerns about inflation and fiscal discipline, which also tends to keep longer-term yields higher. And so what does all of this mean for you? Well, if you're thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing, we think it may be risky to assume mortgage rates will soon fall back to the 3 or 4% range. Instead, we would encourage you to plan for rates to stay in the 6% range for a while, and then you can adjust if reality turns out to be something different. At Sequoia Advisor Group, we're here to help you understand how these trends affect your financial plan and to walk with you through these key decisions around housing and debt and long-term wealth creation. If this is a conversation that you feel would be helpful, we would value the opportunity to talk with you. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I hope it's been helpful.